Throughout the generations, community leaders, rabbis, and others had to sometimes deal with the following question. Is an individual who says that he's Jewish really Jewish? Namely, is his declaration good enough? Or do we have to check further? Comes along the Rambam and says if you ever want to check if a Jew is a Jew, just check if he has 3 character traits. Number 1, Baishanim, they're not full of haughtiness. Number 2, Rachmanim, they're filled with mercy. And number 3, they're Gomlei Chasadim, they do kindness for others. I wondered throughout this war if our soldiers, who in order to succeed in battle, have to be filled with what we call in Hebrew, alei krav, namely, they have to be filled with excitement about the war that they're about to fight. Did they maintain these 3 character traits? Are they still the people that we knew before the war, that were Baishanim and Rachmanim and Gomlei Chasadim? Or perhaps because of the vicissitudes of war, this too died out and maybe we'll be able to bring it back later. One of the people that fell in this war was an amazing individual. His name, Eitan Rozenzwig, Hashem Yikom Damo. He was an amazing individual in many different ways. But I just want to share with you a story about him that shows that throughout this war, despite what's necessary to be done, our soldiers are maintaining who they are and what Judaism stands for. One of the missions that Eitan, together with his fellow soldiers, had to do is what's called in Hebrew, letaher bayit, to go ahead and literally purify a home. Namely, go into a home and check from room to room that there's no terrorists or enemies there. It's a very hard job. You could be shot at any moment. And it requires a lot of sophistication and a lot of know-how, not to mention a lot of motivation. In one such home, right before it was going to be destroyed, they saw a rabbit, a small little rabbit, running away, hopping away from the home. Eitan went out of his way in order to save this rabbit, in order that this little rabbit, should not be killed when the home is going to be destroyed. I can't think of a bigger and of a better manifestation of the words of the Rambam, that a Jew is filled with being Baishanim, Rachmanim, and Gomlei Chasadim. If they have, first and foremost, the mercy, not just on their fellow Jews, but on the animal kingdom, then I have no doubt in my mind that not only are these amazing soldiers, these are people who have absolute sensitivity to every individual and every living being. We say every morning in davening, Ashreinu matov chelkeinu, uma na'im goraleinu. We praise and say, praised, that we have this inheritance, and how beautiful it is. How beautiful it is that soldiers, fierce, filled with ammunition and the ability to use it against enemies, are the very same soldiers that have mercy on a little rabbit coming out of a home.